Mohini-Moorti-mahatmyam. Sura asuranam udadhim muthnatam mandarachalam dadre kamata rupena prishte ekadashe vibhu. The 11th incarnation of the Lord took the form of a tortoise, whose shell served as a pivot for the Mandarachala hill, which was being used as a churning rod by both the theists and atheists of the universe. Danvantarang dvadashamam trayodashamam evacha apayayat suran anyan mohayan striya. In the 12th incarnation, the Lord appeared as Dhanvantari, and in the 13th, he allured the atheists by the charming beauty of a woman and gave nectar to the demigods to drink. Tatha choktam nakuryat karhichit sakyang manasihi anavashtate yad visrambhach chirach chirnam chaskandatapa aishvaram. In the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Shukadeva Goswami informs Maharaj Parikshit, all learned scholars have given their opinion. The mind is by nature very restless, and one should not make friends with the mind. For if we place full confidence in the mind, it may cheat us at any moment. Indeed, even the great Lord Shiva became agitated upon seeing the Mohini form of Krishna, and Saubhari Muni also fell down from the mature stage of yogic perfection. In the 8th canto, Shukadeva Goswami says this: the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, who can counteract any unfavorable situation, assumed the form of an extremely beautiful woman at the time of the churning of the ocean of milk. This incarnation as a woman, known as Mohini-Moorti, was most pleasing to the mind. Her complexion resembled in color a newly grown blackish lotus, and every part of her body was beautifully situated. Her ears were equally decorated with earrings, her cheeks were very beautiful, her nose was raised, and her face full of youthful luster. Her large breasts made her waist seem very thin. Attracted by the aroma of her face and body, bumblebees hummed around her, and thus her eyes were restless. Her hair, which was extremely beautiful, was garlanded with malika flowers. Her attractively constructed neck was decorated with a necklace and other ornaments. Her arms were decorated with bangles. Her body was covered with a clean sari, and her breasts seemed like islands in an ocean of beauty. Her legs were decorated with ankle bells, and because of the movements of her eyebrows, as she smiled with shyness, she glanced over the demons, and thus all the demons became saturated with lusty desires, and every one of them desired to possess Mohini-Moorti. Upon the conclusion of the churning of the ocean of milk, the demons got possession of the container of nectar, stealing it from Dhanvantari. Then the extraordinarily beautiful young woman, Mohini-Moorti, appeared before the demons. All of them became captivated by Mohini's beauty, and became attached to her. Now, because the demons were fighting among themselves who should be the first to taste the nectar, they selected Mohini-Moorti as mediator to settle their quarrel. Taking advantage of their weakness in this regard, the incarnation of Godhead, Mohini-Moorti, got the demons to promise that whatever decision she might give, they would not refuse to accept it. When the demons made this promise, the most beautiful woman, Mohini-Moorti, had the demigods and demons sit in different lines so that she could distribute the nectar. Mohini knew that the demons were quite unfit to drink the nectar. Therefore, by cheating them, Mohini-Moorti distributed all the nectar to the demigods. When the demons noticed this cheating of Mohini-Moorti, they remained silent. But one demon, Rahu, dressed himself to look like a demigod and sat down in their line. He sat beside the sun and moon. And when the Supreme Personality of Godhead understood how Rahu was cheating, Mohini-Moorti immediately cut off the demon's head. Rahu, however, had already tasted the nectar, and therefore, although his head was severed, Rahu remained alive. After the demigods finished drinking all the nectar, the Supreme Personality of Godhead assumed his own form. When Lord Shiva heard about the pastimes performed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the form of an attractive woman, Lord Shiva mounted his bull and went to see Lord Madhusudana. Accompanied by his wife Uma and his servants, the Bhutagana or ghosts, Lord Shiva approached the lotus feet of the Lord. Lord Shiva offered obeisances to the Supreme Lord as the all-pervading God, as the universal form, as the supreme controller of creation, as the Supersoul, as the resting place for everyone, and the completely independent cause of all causes. Thus, he offered prayers giving truthful descriptions of the Lord. Then, Lord Shiva expressed his desire. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is very kind to his devotees. Therefore, to fulfill the desire of his devotee, Lord Shiva, the Lord expanded his energy and manifested himself in the form of a very beautiful and attractive woman. But upon seeing this form, even the great Lord Shiva became captivated. Later, by the grace of the Lord, Lord Shiva was able to control himself. So this demonstrates that by the power of the Lord's external energy, everyone is captivated by the form of woman in this material world. Again, however, by the grace of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one can overcome the influence of Maya. This was evinced by Lord Shiva, who is the topmost devotee of the Lord. First he was captivated, but later, by the grace of the Lord, he was able to restrain himself. So it is declared in this connection that only the pure devotee can restrain oneself from the attractive features of Maya. Otherwise, once a living entity is trapped by the external feature of Maya, one cannot overcome it. After Lord Shiva was graced by the Supreme Lord, he circumambulated Lord Madhusudana along with his wife Bhavani and his companions, the ghosts. Then he left for his own abode. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.